Hello. Hello, people. How are you doing today? Yeah, welcome to the podcast. And in today's episode of PanzerCast, well, here's today's topics: the decline of AAA games, the rise of indie games, and that's really it. We'll also talk about Top Gun 2 Maverick and that game's release. So feel free to just listen to us talk about it. We're hoping some of our other friends will join, but we can't really be certain about that. Anyway, I am your host, Virgil, with my co-host, Nytrol. Say hello.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Where should we start then?
What should we talk about first?
What do you think we should start then? Um, I would say maybe
Well,
the
I guess.
decline of AAA gaming, I guess.
Well, I feel as if maybe we should talk about Top Gun first, because, well, it's the most fucking anticipated release of the year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
What were your thoughts on Top Gun? On the most recent one?
it was a really great movie with a really great story. Well, not really as a good story as some other like. I don't think it's like a really good uh, really a really big story with plot points. You just think it as like a good movie to just to close your eyes and like relax and just watch it. But uh, see, the scenery was really great, and how they shot the scenes and how they shot the whole movie was really impressive.
Hello there.
Welcome, Prez. Yeah, this is our other friend, Prez. We mostly call him Prez. He has
Yo.
he has nothing to do with Prez from, Project Wingman.
A shame.
But that's because that's what he calls himself on the Aviation Alameda, which today's video is sponsored by. Well, sponsored in big fucking quotation marks.
Because we
yeah,
are aviation
the Aviation Al community will left a description of this video. So, well, our videos, but well, at least mine, Nytrol's. But yeah, so yeah, we're currently talking about the new Top Gun film, Prez. As before you joined.
So what's your thoughts?
My thoughts on Top Gun Maverick was, well, it's a good film. There wasn't really much wrong with it, honestly. I got a few chuckles out of me, I will admit. I had to laugh internally because I didn't want to ruin anyone else's viewing experience throughout the film. It's a great film though. It's like my only real problem with Top Gun. My only real problem with Maverick is you really need to watch the first film to get anything or any of the references to the first film or the whole dynamic between Rooster and Maverick. Sorry for spoilers, by the way, but yeah, to get the whole dynamic between those two characters, you really need to watch the first film.
Well, the another part. Well, that's the thing with Top Gun. This Top Gun movie. Well, could you really call it any? I can't say it was really. You have to watch the movie to get the references. It's just not in your face, unlike other sequels. And I think that's what Top Gun Maverick literally nailed.
Yeah, I mean, there were some bits of in your face, but they were more the references were more well, it was more shots from the old films, that you'd really have to watch the entirety of Top Gun. Even the opening scene, you'd have to watch the first scene. You'd have to watch the first Top Gun to really understand why that scene is happening. Because did they say 1961 in the first film? I'm pretty sure they said 1961 in the first film, but said 1969 in the second.
I think it was the 80s, the first Top Gun movie.
Yeah, it was the 80s in the first Top Gun. It's they basically, word for word, and scene for scene recreated the first one, which was kind of cool to me. Hey, seeing how Maverick is still dealing with Goose's death, sorry for spoilers, 30 years later,
Whip
I
goose.
think we don't have to say sorry for spoilers anymore, because if they heard about Top Gun Maverick, I think they have already watched it. Or if you didn't, then why are you still watching it? So
And like before I watched Top Gun Maverick, my dad decided, hey, since we're going to watch Top Gun Maverick later, you want to watch the first one? I was like, sure, I might as well. And to be honest with you, that was the best fucking decision of my life, because now I actually understand everything from the second film.
yeah. Um. So what is your opinion on the how they made the movie come alive? Like, what made it so you thought this is like a good movie, and I think I'm immersed in this movie. What made you say that? What part of the movie made you say that?
To be honest with you, it was the radio chatter. To be honest, like that was like a major part of it. Like the radio chatter and communication really made that movie come alive and really made it feel realistic.
Well, I would say that, and like how the actors really act in the aircraft.
Yeah, they really made the film come alive, and I fucking love it.
But you here's the thing, you just kind of one thing I got kind of put off by was I don't know much about the Hornet's HUD, but I think when they climb down to the altitude, I think they don't have in the real Hornets having a flashing lights called altitude and saying what altitude is middle of the HUD.
Like you could tell they got a lot of inspiration from Ace Combat when deciding on how the film was going to be made.
Well, yeah, I would say more how Top Gun really how real Top Guns the real Top Gun school works.
Yeah.
On you. Yeah.
To be honest with you, right. So now about the second move. Now, to be honest with you, I fucking hate EA.
Okay. So we're hopping on to this point. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think pretty much I can agree with that statement. Hopefully everybody can agree with that.
Yeah, because like AAA gaming has been in a full on decline. Since the late 2010s, so mid 2010s, video games have been on a very very steep decline.
Well,
Especially AAA titles. Like most indie titles nowadays are actually a lot better than fucking AAA games.
Yep.
But the thing is, it's not every indie title. Most mobile games are indie titles, and that's fucking dog shit. Because in my opinion, I'm pretty sure we can all agree on this. Unity has a bad rep because of mobile games.
Yeah.
I could say that's a really hot take, but I could agree with that.
Because it's almost every single mobile game nowadays uses Unity, so and
It's pretty
so many
Unity or go home.
yeah. Can't really go big or go home though. So I see why they'd use it, but even then, it's not that good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like for me as someone who's just now starting out. I have a reason to use Unity Game Engine. I have a reason to use it because, of course, I don't have the necessary materials and stuff to make a big AAA game with shit like Unreal Engine and all that, and fucking actual big game engines. I don't have the resources nor the money to get them.
I think we're going beside the point. I think, well, let's go on back to AAA gaming. Well, could you guys really what do you guys made AAA gaming go down in a steep decline?
Microtransactions.
The monetization for it, and also how they barely finish games anymore.
Yeah, they here
They-
what
Again,
updates?
it's like, listen, I'm gonna bring up this point again. Most games nowadays usually sacrifice nice quality for profit.
Yeah.
Like, look at how Call of Duty did it. Advanced Warfare was a lot of problems, especially with the loot box system. In Ghosts, the monetization was awful. Like, it was awful. Fucking £30 just to change the skin and of something to a wolf. Nah, mate, I think I'm good.
I wouldn't say that, but what I think made really AAA gaming go down in quality, in especially this decade, in that.
Nowadays, another problem is most AAA games nowadays are basically pay to win. Like, look at Advanced Warfare. And I'm gonna bring this up again. Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. They said at launch that there would be no weapons, that there would not be any like weapons with paid advantages inside of loot boxes, right?
Yeah.
And what did they do a month later? Oops, easy. I seem to have put this gun that does 5,000 damage in the loot boxes.
Yeah. Well.
And also, I made it extremely rare.
Yeah. I think loot boxes is not anymore a problem.
But nowadays, it's even worse.
No, like loot boxes,
It's
you barely see loot boxes anymore.
Activision's still doing basically the same shady, shitty business practices. Like, look at them. Like, look at the Activision store on fucking Call of Duty Vanguard, or Cold War, or Modern Warfare. On those games, there are so many guns there are so many tracer packs that do way more damage than the actual gun does.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Like, here's the thing: you barely see loot boxes. Thank fuck for that. Like, you barely see loot boxes anymore.
Yeah. Like I'll say that. At least loot boxes aren't really like much of a thing anymore.
Yeah, I think it was down to like what EA did with Battlefront and screwed it all up.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like,
So,
yeah, just why?
yeah, I don't know what were they thinking. I mean, yeah, they weren't even fucking trying to hide it there.
Yeah, they did not hide that shit at all.
Like monetization, it's like the monetization of games nowadays. Like for games like Fortnite, it makes sense.
Yeah,
right?
because it's free.
Because it's a free game, and they need a way to make money.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna have loot boxes. But for a game like Battlefield or Battlefield,
Why?
it makes no sense.
Well,
The only games where I don't care, where I don't mind the monetization, is Battlefield 5 or or any Battlefield game. Want to know why? They don't lock specific content behind battle packs or stuff like that.
Because they lock it behind experience and that. Like, you actually have to earn
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
yeah, but here's the thing. That could also be a double-edged sword. When you got like you have to like get it through experience. But here's the thing: the challenges might be fucking impossible. So you just might also like just go and fucking buy it on the loot, like in the like in the battle pass.
The battle pass. The problem is I don't remember Battlefield 5 having a paid battle pass. Besides of war was paid.
Yeah, I think I heard from someone that Battlefield will have a battle pass, but I don't know when.
Yeah, that was basically Tides of War, but Tides of War wasn't paid. Like you didn't really have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Instead, it was like
But,
revive
like-
5 people or be revived 5
And-
times or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean that thing kind of also blew me off when they released real real German uniforms or real British uniforms behind a fucking paywall. You know when they
but for most of them, you could still unlock them with like currency that you could earn just by playing the game.
no you couldn't even lock it. You had to buy it, and it was
Yeah,
I
with
think
battle. Yeah, but the battle. Yeah, but that was still just customization.
yeah, but like really, what if you
It
want
was
to
just
to be immersed
customization.
in a battlefield? Like here's the thing: they said that the Battlefield 5 would be a really immersive title. Like
Dude, I don't remember anything
I
that was
don't want to
quote,
go down that
immersive
deep, but
being locked behind a paywall.
It's like,
but
tell me. The default Battlefield currency that you could unlock by playing the game modes. Did you have to pay for those? No, you had to play the game. Things like, say for example, the Tommy outfit. The Tommy outfit was basically was the British outfit.
Yep.
Was the usual average British outfit in the military, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
You did not have to pay for that.
Yeah, but when
All
you
you
make
had to do was just play a few rounds, get some kills and stuff like that, and then you could get it.
well, that's the thing. You that okay. It might be also like okay, fine. If that's the case, whatever. But I think when they kind of decided to also include SBMM back in like those days, and now they have like an uncontrollable like skill based matchmaking.
Alright, listen. I think everyone can agree that skill-based matchmaking has no place in video games.
Unless it's ranked.
I think everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Unless it's ranked, then if I want to play casually, I want to also get beaten by a fucking pro.
I only want to be beaten by like
That's
one or two
important.
pros, not like a whole team of pros.
Yeah, like it's fun to like be challenged by one guy, and you develop that like back in like Modern Warfare 2, you had like that rivalry between a one player. You wanted to get your kill
Yeah.
back, like oh, so you killed me with like I had like a good kill streak going, and you killed me. Great, I want to hunt you down on the map. But now that like drama and that rivalry is gone. It's because you have everybody like try hard, like
And then
everybody.
there's people killing themselves to get into lower lobbies so that they can actually have fun.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like that's the thing. The
No,
pro
like, when
or
you
the
literally
try
listen,
the sweat. The sweat's also
Yeah.
done now.
listen, right? When you intentionally have to lose a fucking game just to have fun, that's bad game
Indeed.
design. Because I don't want to be stuck for 10 fucking hours. Because trying to get into an actual good lobby to be able to actually have fun. The only reason I like Battlefield 5 is because in Battlefield 5 there wasn't SBMM. And there was tearing the game apart.
Yeah, right now, I'm gonna say it. Cold War is unplayable because fucking SBMM.
Honestly, I've started
It's
to
boring.
play single-player games.
You don't
just
have
because
any
it's
more
still-
rivalry. You don't have any more stories to tell.
I've basically just started to play single-player games only because of fucking SBM.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
Why do you
hearing
think
that
I'm not
makes you
playing
think
anymore?
about how fucking shit the games have became now.
I don't know. For the people who's watching on my end, you can see I'm playing Call of Duty Cold War or Cold War on bots. That's because I don't want to play on other games with other people because I'm so fucking sick and tired. When you go back from like, put it in my shoes. I don't want to come home and like be hyped for it being smacked out of existence by some fucking tryhard that uses the most set up things.
Like,
It's
look at
boring.
Vanguard. The best class
And
is
currently, if
White
you're
Shield
watching,
and Double Barrel Shotgun.
and if you're watching on my side, it's likely just the still image of the PanzerCast audio, of like the PanzerCast audio reel over the PanzerCast
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I think you should. Shout out to Exervius for making that.
Shout out to Shout out to our good friend Exversius for providing us with the image that you are currently seeing on my end. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. Go fucking sub to his channel. He's actually joined us on this podcast as a sort of guest. He should be in the next video.
Hopefully.
Yeah, literally. Because of SBM, I'm here playing single player games.
Yeah, and but not only that, but like AAA gaming with open world and that, they're broken now. You take for example like Far Cry. Take for example Far Cry. They don't innovate
Yeah,
anymore.
they're not innovative anymore.
Literally,
They used to be the most innovative people ever, but not anymore. They just do the exact same shit over and over again, just like Call of Duty.
It's like let's look at Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 was one of the biggest commercial successes of all time. And no one can doubt that. Literally no one can doubt that it was the biggest, and I mean biggest, commercial success of 2012. Well, one of the biggest commercial successes.
Because it was so fucking innovative.
yeah, and
Exactly. It was innovative and it was actually fun.
Also, it didn't have
but
malaria.
not only that, but not only that, games right now is losing their identity.
Yeah, literally, it's
Video gaming now is not the same as it used to be.
memory spoken, the truth goes unspoken.
Listen, right? I remember coming home on a usual on like a winter's evening or like a fucking autumn evening or whatever the fuck day it is right? I usually would come home, sit down, and then suddenly just sit there and have fun on like Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd just be sitting there playing Black Ops 2. Having fun because the game was actually interesting and kept me interested, especially with zombies.
Don't forget its campaign.
Campaign was good too. I enjoyed the campaign. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was so good with the amount of choices you could make.
Let's throw a bone to the developers then. Like let's talk about the developers, like how the publishers are treating the developers. I'm gonna say it. It's shit.
Fucking treat like shit these days.
Like you could take, for example, Treyarch. They don't even got a whole game cycle to develop their own game.
Yeah.
The last time they did was Black Ops 3.
Before they got picked up by their fucking publisher.
No, like here's the thing. This is the story. The Sledgehammer Games had beef with Raven, and Activision booted them off their project. But they said to Treyarch, "Go in, fix the game, and develop it." And now,
what? Treyarch couldn't do it. because they weren't fucking ready at all.
Honestly, Raven was actually really good.
Like
I think Raven. Raven.
It's like we could have gotten like a new Call of Duty
Oh my
Vietnam.
god, that
game.
would have been good.
Right. Because last time I checked, that was what they were
Last
developing.
thing they were developing, Raven, was a Call of Duty Vietnam, but no.
And you can see where all that stuff was in like the Vietnam missions, because the Vietnam missions are surprisingly immersive.
I think you can. Not only that.
Do you want to know what I really wish we could have seen? I really wish we could have seen the fucking Sino Soviet
Oh my
split,
god, that would
for
have
example.
been neat.
I wish we could have seen I wish we could have seen more of, like, say for example, Afghanistan. You know how Black Ops 2 did that? We could have seen a whole lot more of that. And that could have made for a great mission.
Let's go back to the here's the thing, like, it's not only Call of Duty. Why we're taking Call of Duty as a really big focal point of this video is because it's the biggest offender. But we have, I think, the DICE has been fucking broken by EA. We have, to a point, I would also say, Bandai Namco not respecting Project Aces anymore, or had not respect them after Ace Combat 6 or Assault Horizon.
It's like
it was a miracle. It was a miracle that Ace Combat 7 made so many copies.
It's like at this point, it's like these studios are more like cash cows nowadays. Like, do you actually genuinely think that the publishers actually give a damn? Because I don't. I don't fucking see that they actually give a damn.
The games would actually be good.
Exactly.
Let's go further on. I think not only that, but what they are doing, they're not completing any games. But here's the thing: updates is a double-edged sword. At the same time, you get you can make your game better over time. But it also makes your developers think, oh, we can fix it later. And that turns out to be that will always end up as a failed project.
Literally, the reason why Doom didn't, the original first Doom, barely had any bugs, was because they're we need to fix everything.
Well, I think this is not a developer's fault. I think it's more of the more thing of the publishers not giving the developers any more time. I'm so here's the thing. I'm so thankful that at least Activision has gave at least Treyarch some more time to develop their new Black Ops.
Isn't it a new Modern Warfare game?
Really, yeah, I think based on rumors, there will be a Modern Warfare game, and they'll get 2 years to develop it, and get 2 years of game cycle that. While in 2 years after Modern Warfare 2 was dropped, there will be Black Ops 2 that will be released.
Instead of a 1 year cycle, they're going for a 2 year cycle, which is good.
Yeah.
I think that's much more healthy for the Call of Duty games.
Yeah, you can. I think what you can also.
This Modern Warfare 2 will be the last game for 2 years.
And it will actually have some good time to marinate and become a success.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think uh, let's switch the topic and like go back to the campaign. I think Percy bring up a really good example of like campaigns and why
They
they
are crucial to Call of
are
Duty.
good. They are better than the multiplayer
Yeah.
portion of the game. What do you feel like? But I think Virgil here, or Pilot, me and Pilot will agree with this. Call of Duty, like campaigns now, is not
Now
like
the
they
old
used to be.
ones were really good.
Yeah, like
It's like, listen, I'll use the whole debate between Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty World War II, and Vanguard as an example here, alright? I will take these games and I will use these as an example. So, pay attention, viewers, because I'm about to get into some deep shit here, alright? So, I'm gonna explain this. So, World at War had this massively immersive campaign, right? Extremely immersive to World War II. The guns were immersive, the characters were immersive, there was an emphasis on gameplay on one side, story on the other. And all around, it was
And
a
also, it didn't
well-designed
care about your
game, right? The
feelings.
campaign was fun. And yes, it did not give a fuck about your feelings. It did not care at all. And was and the shit that and some of the shit was in the game, especially the Rising Sun stuff, where you fought the Rising Sun, got the game banned in Japan, and I think it was banned in Germany as well.
Because of the swastika.
Yeah, it was banned because of the swastika in Germany, and banned because of the whole Japan and like the whole Rising Empire,
In
the
Japan.
Rising Sun stuff in Japan. Yeah.
well,
like,
yeah, that wasn't banned for like using the Rising Sun. I think it was because exposing some war crimes that they did, and I think the government still doesn't want to recognize it.
No, the government apparently did recognize them.
Yeah, but we still have like government and some people in the government of Japan not recognizing some war crimes that they did. Let's not get deep into that. That will.
Let's not get into politics here. This is not the fucking place.
Yeah,
That's for
for a
another
different
video.
video.
That is for a different podcast at some other point, which we are totally going to do. Nah, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
like all of the Call of Duty stuff.
Which it's only going to happen if we get so fucking bored, or that we
God,
decide to
it
talk
is.
about it. Which, yeah. So let's move on. Call of Duty World War II was more safe and was a lot unlike World at War. It wasn't
think
as
it was
dark
more
of a
like a
campaign.
history
It wasn't
lesson.
as good. Call of Duty World War II was basically the same game we've seen a million times nowadays, just a little bit
It was
different.
more like a history lesson that was safe for work than anything really.
But that wasn't bad though. They demonstrated they could make a good story. It was more about like
Rest in peace, Captain Turner.
in the war than
Yeah, not Captain Turner, it was Lieutenant Turner. But even that, and then we've got Vanguard. Vanguard
Its
was
name is literally a lie. Vanguard means front lines. In the campaign, you are behind enemy lines.
and like the stories. What I can gather, I don't own the game though, but what I can gather,
I
the
think
game
the
kind of
only
sucked.
one thing that was
Alright,
historically
so
accurate was
here's,
the Australian story. Because of the desert rats and that.
that and listen. The only two things that were actually sort of realistic was the what
Australian
was it?
story.
Operation. It was Operation something. You know, the British paratrooper mission.
Operation Neptune?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
No, that wasn't it. No, it wasn't. That was something else.
Oh, okay, let's talk
Operation
about
Neptune was the landing
No, that was
operation.
Overlord.
Yeah, Neptune was some. Yeah, Neptune was some. Neptune was the American paratrooper landing.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of the wrong one.
We aren't.
well-
We aren't talking about. We aren't talking about Medal of Honor right now. We aren't talking about that game.
well, let's talk about Medal of Honor for a little bit. What happened to Medal of Honor?
We'll get into that next. All right, we'll get into that next. That isn't for now. We'll get it. We'll talk about Medal of Honor and the fact that it's dead in a minute. All right.
And killing off friends like this.
Yeah. And also the Australian campaigns. Those are the only ones that were even
Australian
semi-fun.
campaign also had the desert rats.
Yeah. I guess I kind of enjoyed the what was it called? Oh yeah, the Bougainville mission, but that one was the opening of the mission kind of lost me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I kind of wish I could fucking ugh. I kind of wish I could skip the whole sneaking section and just go straight to the actual like whole point where you like link up with like fellow Marines.
Okay, let's go back to the topic. Okay, we haven't talked about indie games yet.
Wait, weren't
or,
we
like,
gonna do
gone deep.
Medal of Honor next?
Oh yeah, we'll talk about Medal of Honor.
Let's cover that after the indie games. Okay.
Alright.
What made like indie games so popular? Like when or what
I'd
made
say
it so popular?
the start of the popularity of indie games was Undertale.
Good question.
Yeah, you could say that, and like I think the biggest ones was kind of Shovel Knight and those other
Super
small
Meat
games.
Boy.
And then I think like a really super big, like one big game that like really proved to the world that you could make a game with the same polish as a AAA game or a old AAA game. I think it's
Oh my
Project
god, yeah,
Wingman.
Project Wingman. I'm gonna say this right now, it's Ace Combat 7, but better.
Ooh, spicy hot takes here.
I mean, you literally get WSO, that is the fucking best.
Yeah. Well, let's. So what is like so special about? What do you guys think of like? What is so special about indie games?
I can't really place it.
I mean, like, the thing that makes some indie games special is just the fact that, like, there was such a small team, like, that made the game.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, it's
Or
made by,
like
a small
1, 2, 3
team.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think and their emphasis on like campaigns then multiplayer kind of also set them apart from AAA games. While AAA games right now is focusing more on like the multiplayer portion but that might be also like a good thing, but I think how they are doing it with like storytelling and think of if you have played Undertale and the stories they made, the developers was able to make.
Yeah,
It was so
like
impressive, right?
when I was really young and I watched it, I was like, "Holy shit, this is fucking with my brain, but it's so good."
You know what? I'll also talk about another franchise that really got me into the works back in that I'm pretty sure we all enjoyed back
Oh
in the
my
day.
god, yes.
FNAF. Scott Cawthon made that game, I think, by himself, didn't he?
Toby, the
Yeah,
first
okay.
FNAF game was Toby
He
Fox
basically
just by
made the
himself.
whole thing. Yeah.
You
Scott
guys might think this is heresy, but I never like when it was trending. I couldn't play it. I know heresy.
I didn't play
I
FNAF
didn't play
myself, I
FNAF
watched
myself.
it from
I was too young.
Markiplier.
Yeah, and I think I never got into it because well, let's say this, I was kind of a bit
Oh,
really scared.
you were scared of horror games.
No, just the jump scares and like.
So you can
But
do
right now I'm
Resident
scared.
Evil then.
Well,
You
what
know, the ones
Resident
that don't have jump scares, like the modern ones.
Resident Evil 7 was quite.
True,
It
and
was
so
really
many
scary.
people disliked it because it was so scary.
Yeah,
And so that's
they had to
why
tone it down.
Resident Evil 8 has Big Booba Lady.
Okay.
I'm more similar to Nytrol. I'd never really played it. I was too fucking scared to, because I was a pussy at the time. However, that kind of doesn't make sense considering the fact that I literally played the
You
first
actually
Outlast
fucking
game.
played it.
Yeah, as a kid.
Huh?
I played
How?
the first Outlast game. Like I played a few missions of the first Outlast game and the DLC, by the way.
Bro, the
The
Whistleblower
Whistleblower
DLC, from what I've heard, is one of the
As
most
a kid.
scariest DLCs of it.
Okay, people might think that's cap, but okay, I can take your word.
Whistleblower was fucking terrifying. That game fucking
I think the
scared
most
me.
scary, what I thought was the most scariest
literally
game
got-
back when I was really young was probably one of the old Resident Evils.
Listen, after playing Outlast for the first time, I got nightmares for fucking weeks. I'm not even joking.
Wait,
It scared me and
I think
shook
one
me
of
up
the
that
scariest
fucking bad.
games is probably the old Amnesia, not the new one, the old one.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go back to another point. I think this will be the last point. I think. Yeah. Um, abandoned franchises. I
Yeah.
think I think I can open my mouth with Medal of Honor and I yeah Medal of Honor, Prince of
I
Persia,
remember playing
and
Prince of Persia.
uh,
Oh yeah,
Don't forget Burnout. Don't forget Burnout as a thing.
Burnout. Another thing. What was the name? Crimson Skies. Where's the sequel to Crimson Skies, guys?
Dog shit.
Look, here's the thing. It had potential. If you're gonna say it didn't have potential, then
But still, Crimson Skies was dog shit.
I mean, I played a bit of it, and it had a really good story, like pirates, but aircraft.
But the controls were complete shit.
Yeah, but it doesn't say you can fix it in a sequel.
I mean, Okay, this might get into some this might get into subjective
Yeah, like, make
territory, but Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, look, they. I think if they would make it, that would just sell
True.
worse than worse. Like, yeah, because you don't have the.
Kojima doesn't want to make Metal Gear games anymore.
Yeah, I think the last thing we heard about a new Metal Gear game was maybe Metal Gear Rising 2, where Kojima kind of offered to write the story for Metal Gear Rising 2.
Because like all the fucking memes and all that, and like the revival and popularity, I think it was.
Yeah, but the last fair we didn't hear anything from that. Just stop. But
Like, to be honest with you, like, Medal of Honor was such a good
I
fucking
remember
franchise.
playing one of the old Medal of Honor games that was on the fucking GameCube.
To be honest with you, alright, listen, I played Medal of Honor on the PS3, Medal of Honor Frontlines on the PS3, because of because it came with Medal of Honor on the PS3, and also Medal of Honor Airborne, which is the only Medal of Honor game I've played and
I
completed.
think the one I got was
Yeah.
Medal on the GameCube was Medal of Honor Frontlines.
Well, I think that might be a wrap of this podcast. If you guys don't have any more to say on this topic.
I mean, I've also got other things to say, like the fact that Burnout was fucking left behind. It's like, it's sad that we're not gonna get a
I think it
Burnout
was
and
left
like another
behind
Burnout
because
game.
of Need for Speed.
Oh well, there's still hope. We said that.
Yeah, it was left behind because they found out Need for Speed was more popular and
Yeah.
making the big bucks. However, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this episode of PanzerCast. I hope you guys have
And one
enjoyed,
last thing-
and
one last
we
thing
shall,
before we
we'll
end
see you
this.
guys in the next video.
Panzer 4!
Yeah, what?
Hey, let's go.
Gosh, lads!